He's climbed out of the 10 car and just was having a chat with Arie Luyendyk and Max Pappas, of course, stewards for the NTT IndyCar Series. So we talked about the Turn 1 chicane, and there's been some discussion all week about what can be done to maybe try to alleviate some of that congestion down there. What was your discussion with Arie and Max about your thoughts for that?
Oh, yeah, not much. They were just making sure that everything is fine. I think it's best interest for everybody that we lose enough time, but we don't lose too much and all that stuff. So they are asking all the drivers that went through on the one lap that we did. So yeah, just making some adjustments, but it should be good for the race.
All right, so we're talking obviously a lot about the championship this time of year. You're in an interesting position. You're fifth. You're certainly in the hunt still. What is your mentality these next two races? How do you approach them? How do you race the other guys around you for your benefit?
Win 2 races. That's the only chance we have. Not the only chance, but that's the only chance we have, so we don't have to worry about what the other championship contenders do. So yeah, we have a good opportunity. We have a great team around us, and we'll give everything we have to try and get this championship home again. All
right, that's the goal for Alex Palou, win, and that takes care of everything.
Will Power has climbed out. How toasty was that getting in there?
Yeah, it's okay. We got some blowers and air conditioning, but yeah.
We'll bring it up here. Still a little warm.
Yeah, it is. You got to be used to the heat in these cars, so I'm all good.
I was just talking about where you're at. How much more comfortable does that make you feel with the location on pit lane, that at least you know you've always got to clean out and your team can see what everybody else is doing?
That is an advantage. Definitely, if we have a full course yellow and everyone has a pit under it, you have yourself a bit of an advantage there to go straight out and not have to deal with any mayhem. So yep, that's the benefit of being on pole the race before.
Are you enjoying this championship fight, being back in it again after a season last year where you had pace, but you weren't in the championship? Now you are again. What's that like for you?
Oh, yeah. I have been enjoying it immensely, really enjoying my driving right now, and a tough championship, and so it should be. I mean, that's the best championships to win when it's hard fought like it is right now. So look for a really good weekend. We tested really well here, so hopefully that translates to these conditions, and all I know is I'm going to do my absolute best.
Thanks, Will.
That's it. Thank you.
We've got a painted line contention here. Scott McLaughlin is back here behind us too. So first of all, what's going on here? What's this?
It's a divided world here, Dylan. Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to be in Scott's
some encroachment penalties.
This is my bus bro over here. You know, it's not being very bus bro-esque right now. So he didn't want me encroaching on his pit box. And then he told me that I needed to drop bus bros, let people know. Go to YouTube, search bus bros, look for Scott and me. It's where we make our content about IndyCar weekends outside of the race car. And then we have a little challenge here to see who can say bus bros the most. I think I'm going to win this challenge.
Well, we already talked to Scott, and he didn't say it nearly as many times as you have, so I think you're winning.
You already talked to him?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, that's great. Then I can just stop if I've already won the challenge. But, no, we obviously want to get out here. You know, we're just taking an opportunity to catch up and get ready for this session. But we all want to be on track, obviously. So excited to get out here. You know, it's been hot. I mean, it's been really warm this afternoon, and tomorrow's going to be pretty different. So I think the test that we did a week ago is actually going to be very helpful for us in the Hitachi car. You know, we sort of saw both sides of the track when it was cold and when it was hot. And it changes a lot here. The balance goes all over the place. So we're going to try and use that knowledge this weekend to be better, but feeling really good with Team Chevy and Team Penske, and you know, hopefully we can put a solid weekend together.
How much momentum do you feel like this two-team has right now, just as we come towards the end of the year and it gets down to crunch time? Do you feel like you guys are firing on all cylinders at the right time?
You know, I honestly always feel confident. I do. I've never lacked confidence in our group and what we're able to do. You know, there's no doubt that we get on some momentum swings where we win a couple of races or we have a good couple of results and people think we're utilizing that momentum. But, you know, whether we've just come off a good result or a bad result, I feel positive going into the next weekend. We just can always pick up, you know, with whatever's happened, whether it was good or bad, and just reset and go again. And I think that's a really critical element in this championship. You just got to be able to get back on it and go. So, yeah, I'm very confident in our team. I think we are in a good spot. I think we've been in a good spot for a long time. And I definitely don't lack any confidence in our group or my bus bro.
I was going to say, by the way, that show is Bus Bros if you didn't catch that. Thank you, Joseph.
Welcome to Rain Delay Theater, sunshine at 85 degrees. It's like we're back in St. Louis all over again, Marcus. So as someone wanting to get out there and get some things done, what does this kind of do for the mindset? You know, you got You didn't test here last week like the Penske's did. You got some work to do.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy standing here in the sun, but yeah, it would be quite nice to get some laps in, that's for sure.
So what is on the to-do list here with 2 practices, qualify? You know everybody else has already been here within the last week. How vital is it to get it right very quickly?
Oh, it's always important in IndyCar these days. You know, we only have 2 practice sessions. They go by quite quickly, so yeah, it's important to get out there, get a baseline, and then, you know, we have a few changes planned that we want to go through. So that's the plan for today, and then sort of fine-tune tomorrow for qualifying. But we believe we have a strong package from last year. We were very strong here as a team last year, so we're hoping we can build on that and just do some tweaks on that sort of base setup and be strong again this year.
So how was the hike? We already talked to Brad on the air a little bit, and he said, yeah, that's probably the biggest hike that I've done for a little while, but he really enjoyed being outside and being with nature. And let's just talk about the bond that you guys have developed this year. You're Indy 500 winners. That's never going away.
No, exactly. We've been, you know, a team within the team now for it's a 3rd year running, and me and Brad and O'Gara, Angela, a few others as well. So it's been, you know, it's been a big key to the success we've had this year. Is that sort of relationship that we have with each other. We really trust each other, and we work so well together, and I think that's been showing. Every year we make progress, and this year we've been right up there, you know, winning the 500 and competing for a championship. So it's all about teamwork, and yeah, I'm proud to be part of that group.
So practice is delayed. Is this having an impact on the birthday celebration? What do you have planned here on a work night and a school night coming up in a little bit?
My highlight on my birthday was driving an IndyCar, so you know that's getting delayed here. So I'm a bit, yeah, I'm not super happy about that. But the plans for the night is probably studying the data and onboards and all that kind of stuff that you'd have to do to be able to win a race on Sunday. So hopefully my celebration will be winning the race on Sunday.
And then maybe another celebration next Sunday night in Monterey as well, with maybe a championship. That's Marcus Ericsson. Dylan.
And Kev, we found Romain Grosjean, who is out of the car. So this is nearing the end of your first full year in IndyCar. So evaluate it for me. How do you feel like it's gone up to this point, and where do you feel like you're kind of at in your progression with this team?
Well, I'm actually sad that we're already close to the end. I wish it was going for longer. I don't like the off-season that much. So, you know, it was definitely not the year that we hoped for. We thought that we would be in position to fight for the championship here. Things didn't come our way. I made mistakes as well. So we've been working really hard recently on preparing next year. I think we've shown that we have a very strong street package in Nashville. On short oval, I felt like I'm doing a really good job. Just the team, we need to find a little bit more. On road course, I hope this weekend is going to be same as Nashville for us, a breakthrough that we find what I need from the car. And if that's the case, I'll be very confident that next year, when I talk to you at that stage of the championship, you'll be like, are you going to win that title? And my answer should be yes.
This place is unique in the sense that it's a pretty short road course. It's tight, it's narrow. There's a lot of places to make mistakes. What is that like for the driver as far as getting out there and maximizing a lap, but not making a mistake and costing yourself time?
Yeah, it's definitely a very challenging racetrack for a few reasons. As you say, it's high speed, it's narrow, there's no escape roads, and it's only 58 seconds. So to get, you know, like you need to get every corner right and maximize everything to get a good time. So it's definitely challenging. We tested it last week, had a couple of off. So hopefully that's all for the weekend, and I went to speak to Turn 12 and explain that we had to be friends from now on. So yeah, it's hard, but I like it. I think it's the race is always entertaining. Obviously, you want to go through turn 1, lap 1. Seems to be quite a tricky one. But after that, just open for strategies.
In all seriousness, having that test just relatively recently, you know, within the last week, and then being able to come back here and jump right back in and apply what you learned, how valuable is that just to be able to apply that right away? I
think my teammates were very competitive and happy with their car. We tried a different setup on my end. It didn't really work, and we kind of stuck with it the whole day. So at least we know that didn't work. So hopefully we can work around that this weekend. We copied Alex and Colton's setup. So we made some work on the dampers. Seems like we're going to one direction that feels better for me. That's something that I've been struggling a little bit with this year. And if we go there, I'm confident that next year is going to be good.
Thank you, Romain.
Ken, coming off a second-place finish a couple of weeks ago. So what's it been like for you? You'd had a good rookie season, but breaking through like that, what's the last week and a half been for you?
Oh boy, yeah, what a season it's been. We started off definitely on that rookie status, making mistakes left and right, and I mean, once the month of May kicked through, I feel like I was starting to get a connection with the team, and we were on a bit of a streak, and we made smaller mistakes after that point, and we just learned from them, and all added up, and I knew that our oval car was so good, and the way everything was lining up at Gateway, I knew it was our kind of one and only chance, really, our best chance to get up there, and yeah, we managed to get a P2 there. It was very impressive.
Tell me where you're at now compared to where you were at, say, when we finished April, after the first 2 or 3 races. Where are you at in your development as an IndyCar driver, now as a 20-year-old?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's still a lot to learn. I definitely still wouldn't call myself a veteran, but I don't know. I'd say I'm somewhere in the middle, not a rookie, not a veteran. There's still a lot to learn, but I think we did all the big mistakes, and the big learning curves are out of the way. Now it's just those last little few bits that we need to kind of put together with racecraft and strategy, and I think that'll just come through time.
We see some of the highlights from Gateway a couple of weeks ago. How much bravery did it take to keep your foot in it and go on the high line late in that race?
Yeah, no, it took a lot. I mean, that's just cool. Looking back, I just started getting emotional again. Yeah, no, it was so cool, and yeah, no, it definitely took a lot to do that outside line. But I saw that McLaughlin, but it's not McLaughlin, it's McLaughlin. He corrected me at the press conference, but I knew he made a little bit of a mistake in turn 4, and I knew it was my only chance. And I did that high line, and then I had to go around him, and Pancho was in my ear. He was telling me, like, do the high line, it's going to work, it's going to be fine. So he was able to really kind of force me to do it. But definitely going into turn 1 on that last lap, my foot was shaking on that throttle pedal.
All right, here's what we really need to know. What's the song of the week this week? It was You Spin Me Right Round by Dead or Alive.
Yes.
I want to know if we're all getting some residuals for their extra downloads here in the last couple of weeks. But what tune has been on your mind that we need to be listening for on the radio this week?
Oh, boy. I don't know. That's a good question.
You're taking requests then?
Yeah, I mean, we could do requests. I mean, right now in my head, I know I was listening to Brittney Spears this morning, Give Me More by Brittney Spears. Bringing Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake. We could do that. But yeah, any requests, give it to me, and I think we'll be singing it around the crew.
All right, Townsend got some DJ experience. Send him down at David Malukas on Twitter. We'll have that coming up Sunday on NBC.